Apparently, I was told on Twitter that I have to make this video. So I am. I'm gonna warn you right now, this is going to be a lot of Little Mermaid. Probably a lot of Tangled and Frozen as well. Just as a warning. A scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience. I'd really like to experience Ariel's Cove whenever she sings Part of Your World because I just think that's one of the most magical moments. I'd also really love to experience the Magic Carpet Ride from Aladdin. I mean, that's just so magical and amazing. I would love to be there. And also, obviously, the lantern scene from Rapunzel because an unforgettable experience you've had at the parks. I actually went to the Disney parks when I was the summer before my freshman year of high school, and I just have a really vivid memory of standing in Epcot with my family and watching the fireworks go off and this beautiful song playing in the background, and it was just like super magical, and I was crying and I just will never forget that moment. When was the first time you went to a Disney park? Right before I started my freshman year in high school, I went to Disney World. If you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would it be? Is it wrong of me to say Olaf for this answer? Because I am. But otherwise I think I would also say Ariel or Belle. I think they would both make really good and loyal friends. Who are your favorite Disney princesses? Oh, just to name a few: Ariel, Elsa, Aurora, Rapunzel, Jasmine. Name a scene or moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. Actually, a scene that never fails to make me cry is the end of Meet the Robinsons, which Courtney talked about in her video, and I totally agree with it. It's just like the most underrated Disney movie ever. And the ending, I literally cry every time. It's the combination of like the Rob Thomas song that I really love and just the ending of that movie. I just can't even hold myself together ever. Also, the ending of Wreck-It Ralph makes me cry a lot, and also the lantern scene in Rapunzel. What is the first Disney movie you remember seeing? I can't remember the first movie I ever saw of Disney, but my earliest memory of Disney is watching The Little Mermaid over and over again on VHS. And I would watch it anytime I felt sad or uncomfortable, and it just made me feel better, and this actually carried over like to now. I still do that. But I do remember one night when I was little, I couldn't sleep, and so I went downstairs into the living room and I put the VHS in of The Little Mermaid, and I watched it over and over again to the point where in the morning I remembered every single word of it. What is your favorite Disney movie? The Little Mermaid. But I also really love Meet the Robinsons, Tangled, and Frozen quite a lot. They are all like pretty much tied for second. Who's your favorite Disney villain? This may actually come as a bit of a surprise, and I haven't seen anybody say this, but Scar from The Lion King is actually my favorite villain. I don't know what it is about him. I think he's just a really well done villain, and his song is one of my favorites. What is your least favorite Disney movie? Mulan and Pocahontas. I'm sorry, I can't stand either of those movies, both for lots of reasons that I don't really want to get to in this video. If you like them, that's fine. I just really don't like them. What is your favorite Disney song? Part of Your World, for a reason I will explain in another question. I'm also quite obsessed with For the First Time in Forever from Frozen. What Disney character has your personality or your dream personality? I would have to say Ariel. I grew up feeling very connected to her for a lot of reasons. You know, she had all of these things and she kind of always got what she wanted, but she always felt like there was something more that she needed in her life, like she wanted to be part of this other better world, and that was something that I definitely felt growing up. Like, I was kind of a spoiled child. I did get a lot of the things I asked for, but it wasn't enough for me, and I always felt like there was some other world that I was yearning to be a part of, and she was just always dreaming of this bigger and better place. She finally accomplished her dream, and I just really admire her for that, and that's one of the reasons why Part of Your World is one of my favorite songs. Also, obviously, Olaf from Frozen. If you follow me on Twitter or anything else, like, as far as non-Disney princess characters goes, he is my favorite character, and I relate to him quite a bit. Now, I know that just seems like kind of silly, but like, he is just always happy and optimistic, and he's a little thick-headed. I don't have a skull or bone, but he's always there for his friends, and he would melt for anybody, and it's just, I really love him a lot. If you could change any scene in a Disney movie, what would it be and why? This is also going to be a bit of a surprising answer, I think, but I would change the scene in Aladdin where Jafar like blasts him off to that weird snowy place. I feel like it's so disconnected and just like really, really weird. I don't know, it just never was a favorite of mine and it didn't make a lot of sense to me. If you had to get stuck on any ride in a Disney park for 30 minutes, what would it be? Space Mountain, and actually that did happen to me. I did get stuck on that ride for quite some time, but it was really cool to look around at the track and see all of the really cool things that went on inside of it. It was probably my favorite roller coaster that I went on in Disney. I may or may not be a little bit obsessed with space. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye!